these are tomatoes. So you want to see? You just want to see all the time. And these are tomato plants. Yeah, they're the tomato plants. Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California, and we're going to talk about tomato plants. Propagating tomato plants, something you buy for $5 to $10 and make yourself a dozen more. Yes, you can do that. Buy one plant and get a whole bunch of them. But there are certain ways to do it. And if you don't do it right, you're wasting your time, or you'll be trying to grow something that just won't be successful. Now back here, this is the small cherry tomato. And I took a cutting off of that to show you how it would work, but I took a good cutting off of it, and I'll show you that too, that is doing fantastic. Now a couple weeks ago I showed you the teeniest ones, that you can take these tiny cuttings and they'll grow roots. They will, but keep in mind it's going to take time for this plant to establish itself and hopefully make it. A lot of times they'll end up weak before they go anywhere. I've seen a couple people running with that video and get it out there on YouTube. And what I'm worried about is you trying to grow something and being disappointed. Now you can take these, and I showed you how to do it in a spice jar. Oh boy. And let's get this out because I'll have to get it planted. Look at the roots that this one got. They both have roots. You can see it in the jar. Now let me tell you, we can plant this and it may or may not make it. We'll want to take off another leaf. We'll want to baby it in a cup and get it to grow, and that would be fine. But you would be much better off to get something that's more this size, a side shoot, because this one is pretty sure 90% chance will grow. This one is a weaker chance. The other thing I saw somebody telling you to do is take this tiny piece, make a hole in the ground and stick it in the ground, and within weeks you're gonna have a giant tomato plant. False. Let me tell you, if you do that, you'll lose it. These teeny cuttings need a lot of care. They have to be constantly wet, and if you put them in the ground, they're not going to be constantly wet. You would have to put them in a cup and grow them in, let's say, any cup sitting in water until they would develop roots. Please don't waste your time on that. Let me show you one that would work really well. Let's see if we've got one. We've got one down here. Let's see if I've got one. Because I don't want you to waste your time. And what happens when a lot of people waste their time, I'm going to go down here and get one. All the way down. This is the perfect tomato plant. See the size? This is so easy to grow. If you do it the way they're telling you, and all they're doing is making a video, and that's all they care about, you're going to get disappointed. I don't want you to get disappointed. I want you to be successful, and I want you to grow a lot of tomato plants and tomatoes. Now this one's got some tomatoes starting. I've heard some people say to leave it. You know what? When you're rooting it, I would clip them off. Just get down there and clip it off, because what I want this plant to do now is grow roots. Now I didn't bring a stick with me, did I? You know what? I've got a fork over here. Hold on. And what we're going to do is the roots are going to grow around the area where the leaves were, though it can grow roots anywhere. What you see on here are trichomes. It's not roots. So many people tell you, oh, you'll see the fuzz on there, that's roots. No, false. Those are not roots. This is protecting the plant. That fuzz gets very sticky when the plant is growing, and when birds land on it, they get what's called tomato tar on them, and they can't get it off sometimes. That's why once they get it on and they finally get it off, they don't want to climb around tomato plants. So they'll only go into tomato plants if there's sticks in there, and I told you about that. I encourage the birds in because most of them don't eat tomatoes. Occasionally you'll see somebody come in, but what they're looking for is the hornworms or any insect that's on there. But this is not going to grow roots. What's going to grow roots is the internal stem is going to send the roots out. Now, being that I just cut it while I was talking to you, it's good to get a fresh cut on it. So we'll do it again. And all you're going to do is cut it and make sure this one's got drain holes. Yes, it does. We're going to make a good hole in some soil. Whatever soil you've got will work. Going to push it all the way down there, and we're going to pack it in really good. That's it. Now you could add a little more soil if you want. There's not that much in there. And I've got some soil here because I've been working on plants. so I can bring the soil up. And you could put, you know how sometimes I lay rocks in there? You can do that. But what we're going to need to do, and I don't know what I did with my cup that I had, is you want to label this, especially if you've got a lot of tomatoes around. Now this, we're just going to compost this. This is a cup with no holes. So we're going to put the two together, and you want to make sure you label it, and you're going to water this really good. You want to make sure the water gets to the bottom of the cup and let it sit for 3 days that way. You can change the water out if you so desire. That's perfectly fine. You can water your plants with it, whatever you want to do. But you want to make sure that at least for 3 days it's sitting in water. Basically what you're doing is you are water rooting it in soil, which makes it really good for the plant because it's easier to start growing because, well, this way it's used to the water and the soil and the container, it will grow. But you do want something at least that size, or you know, a good size to start getting them to grow, and then you can go ahead and get something. This number one is tough, though I could put it in there with it. It's not going to hurt anything on the side. Then I'll have 2 tomatoes to separate, but just to show you, I would be really water growing it, and I can grow it right next to it. Is it going to make it? I don't know. Maybe this is a good experiment to see if it will. And what I would do on this one is remove 1 leaf. This is probably down. Okay. Now it only has to take care of those little leaves. And once I take it out of the cup, if it roots really good, then at that point I can separate them. You see me separate tomatoes all the time and plant it out, because that's also a cherry tomato. The point I'm trying to make is, please make sure you do research and you check when people are telling you things. You can, of course, take the suckers off. Tomato plants, those aren't suckers. Those are part of your plant. All these side shoots on cherry tomatoes, the small variety, that's what's going to grow you a ton of tomatoes. If you try to grow that a single stem, you're going to get what, 10, 20 tomatoes? But when you're growing it like this and you allow a cherry tomato to grow like that, all the side shoots, you will get hundreds of tomatoes until your weather starts to get cold. So it can go all through summer, all through fall, and then once if you've got snow and all that, it will kick in. Then you'll probably lose your plant. Let me tell you something. If you've got a tomato that's really your favorite tomato, what I would do is, you have nothing to lose when it comes winter time, get a bunch of cuttings off of it and go ahead and grow them like this. You can water root them first if you want, and then put them in a cup, whatever way you decide, but get them in there and then sit them somewhere in the house in the window and leave them until spring. A lot of those will make it. So you can end up like sun golds. I find them very delicate and they die back in the winter. So with them, I have to go buy new sun golds because it's a hybrid tomato. But if you can get them to stay alive in the house by a window, you have a tomato plant ready to go for the spring. So that's all I wanted to tell you. These are another way that I grow my tomatoes, which is kind of funny, but I grow them in tulle, and look how they're growing, and then I pull them apart when I have a chance. I come out here, they lift out because they're in the tulle. Look at those roots. I pull them apart, and then I put them in paper cups. And what I think I'm going to do is set a table outside and put free to good home. And hopefully, all these little tomatoes I keep putting in pots, which are paper cups, this is going to be perfect to pop in the yard. Now, keep in mind, paper cups are not really paper. There's plastic inside. So if you put them in the ground just like this, it will not, oh, the celery, we don't want that. I don't want it. They will not break down. What you will have to do is give it a little tear and take the bottoms out. Just pull the bottoms out. See, this is really plastic. They don't tell you this. And it's not hurting the plant, but it will hurt it if you pop them in the ground and wait for it to decay. And then pull it apart a little bit, maybe start at the base, and then stick it in the soil outside. You know, when you're planting outside, just stick it in the ground like you would that you're planting it, and just go for it. The other thing is just tear the cup open and then stick it anywhere you want, whether it's a pot or in the ground or in a raised bed. But this is just another way, and I didn't even buy the seeds. I just took a tomato and I squished it in there, and I ended up with 100 tomato plants. And my neighbor doesn't know yet, but she's going to be growing all kinds of yellow pear tomatoes in her garden because I don't have the heart to compost this. So I hope I'm giving you information. I want you to be successful, because if you're successful, you will pass that knowledge that you have learned and you have acquired by growing your own stuff, your own plants, your own food, to your friends and family and neighbors. And that is what's really important for all of us to do. We all should be growing a little bit, at least, of our own food. So I hope you enjoyed this little quick tutorial on how to grow tomatoes by buying one tomato plant and start taking cuttings that you don't want, maybe from the bottom, and let the plant do its thing on the top, especially cherry tomatoes, or squishing a tomato in a little bit of soil. If you've got tulle, that is really good because it makes it easy to lift. Otherwise you can't lift it. And then you can start potting them in cheap paper cups and giving them as gifts. So with that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. Should I wash this? Now that's really washed, isn't it? Oh my gosh, that is so good. I think I better squish some of those tomatoes in a little bit of soil in a food container with some tulle. These are tomatoes. So you want to see? You just want to see all the time. These are tomato plants. Yeah, they're the tomato plants. Nothing you're interested in. We'll take any one. Do it this way. It's easier this way. Put it into an empty cup and then pour the soil around it. Yes, let's make life easy. Now we've got another one planted today. We only have 200 to go.